Welcome to Barstool Blathering, where we spin the threads of sport and wit in the finely woven patterns of the victorious and the conquered, gloriously presenting the weekly fabric of the sporting world. I'm your host and Barstool savant, Randy Mann. Let's talk some college football. It's that time of year again. May the pigskins fly as we consider college football's favorite teams of 2013. What do you think handicappers and the paparazzi had most in common this past offseason? Well, I'll tell you, one name, one hero, Johnny Football. Odds makers, bookmakers, and pontificators alike have slotted futures picks on Texas A&M and their now famous quarterback, Johnny Manziel, as a top 5 caliber team. Some even predicting an SEC title. Why is that? Because the Aggies' captain is Johnny Football. That is why. Let's face it, Johnny Football is exciting. He's fun to watch. He's college football's main character. He is our hero. Do we root for him or do we root against him? Regardless, it's going to be a fun season to watch this kid. In 2012, Johnny Manziel was Freshman of the Year, not only for the Aggies, but for college football in general. To put things into a rapid perspective, last year the kid strolls in to Tuscaloosa as a freshman and beat up number 1 Alabama, arguably the most powerful collegiate team this millennium. This was his first year in college, mind you, and the Aggies' first year in the most powerful conference in college football, the SEC. And to end his phenomenal season, Manziel wins the Cotton Bowl, plus tons of awards, including the Davey O'Brien Quarterback Award. And to cap it all off, he's the first freshman ever to win the prestigious Heisman Trophy. He's barely a pubescent at this stage. Johnny Football, in essence, has taken us all back to school. I mean, I want to play football with this guy, and I want to go to the parties with him after the game. He's Johnny Football, for crying out loud. So what if 2013 read like this? Now presenting your 2013 BCS champions, the Aggies of Texas A&M, led by none other than the hero footballer Johnny Manziel. They call him Johnny Football. Okay, let's not jump too far ahead. Let's tell it like it is. As exciting as he is to watch on the field, he's become equally exciting to watch off the field. I mean, making storylines, story tweets, partying on Bourbon Street, oversleeping as college kids do, hanging with LeBron, clubbing with Rick Ross and other hipsters, as most college kids don't do. I mean, he's not your typical college athlete. He is, after all, an ESPY. Johnny Football is popular. If they had proms at Texas A&M, he would most certainly be the prom king. But they don't, and I won't, so let's move on to what matters most. In his first year, Manziel and Texas A&M went 8-5 against the spread. If you were on them, you made some money. So how will they fare this year? Are they too hyped? Are expectations way too high? Well, this year's numbers adjust. I mean, they got Rice and Sam Houston the first 2 games. Maybe the point spreads are going to be inflated. We'll see. Some odds makers in Vegas had the Aggies at 15-1 when the BCS first opened back in February. In recent weeks, they're now 4-1. But as handicappers speculate on the upcoming season, they're considering the loss of the Aggies' front 7 on defense. They're considering the amount of returning starters they have, which is the fewest total in the SEC. They're also considering Johnny Football and whether or not he can live up to last season's accomplishments. Can he post Heisman-like numbers? Can he get some help with deep running back squad? Can he stay in the pocket? Can he beat Alabama 3 weeks into the season? Can he go into Death Valley and conquer LSU? Most importantly, can he remain focused on game days as an uber-famous college kid with all the world watching? Let's face it, all teams have their off-season encounters that may alter their outlook for the season. Alabama, Oregon, Ohio State, along with Texas A&M, are favorites to compete for this year's BCS title race. Odds makers have to weigh in on the unexpected, the injuries, arrests, violations, and so forth. And in the Aggies' case, how will Johnny Football's social stardom play into his performance, their performance? It's a lot to consider. I mean, he's a hell of a quarterback, but can he handle the pressure of the limelight this year the same way he proved he could handle the pressure in Tuscaloosa last year, especially with all the off-season hoopla surrounding him and his now famed throwing and tweeting arm? The kid performed great during the media day at SEC. As pundits fired question after question regarding his off-field shenanigans, he answered all the questions head-on, including his abrupt departure from the Manning camp days before. With all eyes watching him, he described all the attention he's been getting by relating his to what Justin Bieber must feel like. Now, for the record, I'm a huge fan of Johnny Football. I hope he slays it this year and wins the SEC, BCS, and maybe even another Heisman. But really, Johnny? Justin Bieber? Wasn't there a better comparison out there? Perhaps another famed athlete you could have chosen to describe all the attention you're getting? instead of a pop phenom that spins teeny boppers' heads? I mean, after all, you are Johnny Football. Come on, Bieber, really? He's Canadian. He doesn't care about football. He could have used Tim Tebow or Tom Brady or any other famous athlete for that matter. No, liking yourself to teenage pop stars may very well turn off football fans, at least those carrying a sack, and furthermore makes them a critic of yours. I mean, hell, if you're going to use a pop star, use someone tough like maybe Kanye West or someone like that. Wait a minute. No, don't use Kanye. That would only make you a total asshole. All right, I digress. I'm not going to continue, because if I did, I would only participate in the off-the-field criticisms of you, my favorite football player, Johnny Football. We know you're just a 20-year-old college kid wanting to play some ball and have some fun. Live it up then, young man. Live it up. That goes for you too, Justin Bieber. Live it up. Along with his amazing 2012 season and his newly found fame, the youngster has probably at worst acted his age along the way, reflecting poorly on him, the school, and their upcoming season. The question is, how will all this reflect for the highly ranked Aggies in their quest to compete in the SEC West? Now, they've lost the core of their defensive squad. Did they fill the void? Is all the hype too much for these youngsters? Are we going to see some of them step up on game day? Because let's face it, Johnny Football cannot do it alone. It is definitely a lot to consider when looking at the upcoming season for the Aggies. Their foreseeable future is about as unpredictable as Lady Gaga's next wardrobe change, but I am a believer. Yeah, I just said it. I am a believer. Damn it, Johnny, that's your fault. I believe in you, Johnny Football. I believe in you. I'm certain Coach Sumlin will have Manziel and his teammates focused and ready, and he better, because Alabama and the Crimson Tide will be rolling into College Station on September 14th. The third week of the season, and we've got main stage for college football's great sequel featuring hero and villain against arch nemesis of the SEC, Johnny Football versus the Crimson Tide #2. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in. Till the next time, I remain counting the number of times I just said Johnny Football.